Hi friends, I thought today that I would do a reading for the collective, given that it is the Trans Day of Remembrance. Just wanted to connect with the community at large. And so I've got these two decks, the Next World Tarot by Chrissy Rode and the Mystic Memories Tarot. Let's see what kind of energies are out there inspiring us and the guidance moving forward. I'm seeing already the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Wands, an inspiring idea that we can take faith in, so that we can walk away from what no longer serves us and what is no longer good for us. An ending, the Ten of Swords. Angels, ancestors, guides, please be with us. Let me deliver the messages to those who need them. These times of Mercury retrograde, I've been hearing a lot from my clients already about how tough this particular Mercury retrograde has been in various areas, bringing up a lot of things to be processed, revisited, and refreshed. A few cards here. Wheel of Fortune, Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that we are moving into a faded phase. And what's calling out to me are the congruent colors that are presenting here on these cards. We have oranges, pinks, reds, purples, sunset colors, all except for the dress that the Queen of Pentacles is wearing. And to me, that signals that there's some heart focused energy that we're moving into in an earthly way, in an exalted feminine way, because these are the clothes that she's wearing, and even like her pentacle is glowing green. So this is the energy we're moving towards, through the Wheel of Fate turning and bringing about balance in an earthly way with the Six of Pentacles. I love that she's sitting like in lotus. These cards are not like traditional Rider-Waite, but this traditional Six of Pentacles wouldn't be depicting this, but it's a card of generosity. And I'm reminded that as we're rolling into the holidays, that is very traditionally a time to be generous with one another. So keep that in mind as you receive the blessings that are coming to you, and let it restore a sense of balance for you, given that the times that we've been in lately have really felt pretty rocky. Again, back to these colors that I'm being drawn to. This is very orangey, sacral chakra, very root chakra. So creativity, sharing creativity and letting that bring about earthly balance. And the pink is heart chakra, as well as if we were going to go towards magenta, the soul star chakra, or like the divine guidance that comes into your crown chakra. And this, I feel like this energy is being blocked currently, but the energy is still here. So what do we need to do in order to get this Queen of Pentacles upright, balanced, in her lane, hydrated, and thriving? Let's check out what this next World Tarot has to say. I'm being called to keep this card, the Messenger. And I love that she has like AOC vibes. And you know, it's focused on anti-fascism and supporting of the queer community. This deck's pretty large, so it's kind of hard to shuffle, but I love this deck. The illustrations are so beautiful, and I love the depth of messaging that this particular deck carries, and the specific messages that it offers. So if we want to get this Queen of Pentacles upright instead of reversed, I feel like we need to use our voices to bring about change. 5 here, a number signaling and representing change. Okay, I'm just gonna shuffle a little bit more and then I'll stop and cut the deck. Okay, we'll grab 2 more cards. We have the King of Swords on the Throne of Knowledge and the 7 of Pentacles. So fascinating. Okay, especially that with the 6 of Pentacles here, and the 7 is what comes after. And again, the political messaging here and the connection to the to people of color specifically. So I'm going to reach for I don't know if you can hear my kitty cat in the background. Okay. The Messenger articulates 3 levels of consciousness. She's got 3 mics here too. Okay. The physical plane, where you interact tangibly with the ideas, culture, language, and people who surround you. The astral plane, where the spirits of your ancestors reside along the transitional energies of celestial bodies and natural elements. And the institutionalized plane, where your hopes, fears, and values are limited to a diagram designed by authority figures who branded, bought, and sold ancient magic and local messiahs. The Messenger asks you to question those foundations based on fear and submission. She asks you to run and walk full-heartedly between physical and astral planes, questioning the roots of the situation and excavating the parts of it that keep you sound and allow you to breathe, the parts that rally your people and your community in moments of peace and connection. And I love that message about remembering what brings you back to peace and connection, because that's really a big part of what this Trans Day of Remembrance needs to be about for us as we move forward, and remembering that there's strength in community. The status quo, as we know, is a hateful norm no longer relevant in the next world, where we rely on the traditions of peace and justice warriors who give us safety. The Messenger asks you to lead by offering truth and elevating the voices of the unheard. Okay, yeah, use your voice to enact change, have a conversation, share this message however you can, and in the best way that feels comfortable for you. And again, here with the King of Swords and the Throne of Knowledge coming out to support the Messenger. I love it because, you know, and then also that this person is standing awash in blue, and she's wearing blue, which is also throat chakra. So I'm really being called to mention, use your voice to speak truth to power, whether that be writing your representatives or just, in your internal smaller family systems, hierarchies. Anywhere where you see there's wrongdoing, speak out against it, even if it's small, and that's how we will hold each other accountable. Okay, so I'm looking for the King of Swords here. And we have, so the King of Swords is intellectual, ego, energy, and kings are exalted masculine. So the book says, in valleys beyond the grid, the King of Swords overlooks their sparkle-clad community of creative trailblazers and rowdy insurgents. Again, I love that how connected this is to the Messenger card, speaking about community and the congruent message here. The king is equally sparkling and equally full of rage, but seated at the throne of knowledge. The king's armor is elegance and staunch revolutionary ideology. The King of Swords represents unchangeable convictions of belief systems that may require painful compromise, but only for a minute. So yeah, if you are feeling the pain of this struggle and the pain of not having everything being just and the way that we really need it to be, the feeling of the compromise and the struggle, those are temporary feelings. These feelings, they remind us that every challenge may require the energies of temperance and the high priestess, knowledge and balance, right? Along with the king's conviction, as we learn to quiet our inner rage in moments where only poise can sustain our path to truth. The king asks us to regroup and feel the earth and the world between our feet. After every triumph and every respite from war, they build a fortress for us, an outdoorsy sanctuary that's both strong and autonomous. And that's what we do by building community. It sees this person is built and helped to build all these safe havens and is seated on their throne of knowledge there. Whether we are learning from our actions or healing those of others, the king gives us space vast enough to both F up and learn. The King of Swords is both the raw knowledge that we acquire before accessing agency and the agency we acquire after reclaiming our bodies from trauma. The king represents a moment of truth that is stubborn, but true. I love how connected this is. This masculine, exalted energy connected to a queen of earthly energy and the awash of blue and communication. It's like bringing ideas into this earthly realm and having balanced masculine and feminine. It's interchangeable through ideas, through knowledge, and through using your voice. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles here, and the planet on here is Saturn in Taurus. I think of Saturn as being like the school principal. He is like the authoritative ruler. He keeps things in check and will hold you accountable for rules. But the theme of this card, if you can see here, it says vision. And I love that, using our words, our voices, through strengthening our community, fostering a vision of a strong community. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is the body of work created by Abuelita, a vision in the making for 5 to 70 years. The Seven of Pentacles started her work as a labor of love, a project deeply seated in her love of beauty, nature, and sparkling creations. Through the years, her plans strayed from her heart and into the outside world as her community fell in love with her work. Abuelita learned that the perseverance without expectation was a gold mine after years of making art with her heart. So again, like, connect with what you believe deepest in your heart and spread that vision outwardly, really through using your voice. And using your voice, you can communicate in many ways. It doesn't have to actually be your voice. It's just a mode of expression. The voice and the throat chakra is about self-expression and expressing your ideas and communicating from this heart chakra. The Abuelita has built a beautiful work that she shares with everyone in her community, literally adorning them with love that came from her heart. Our bodies execute magic daily, and your destination will blur if you forget the journey. Honor your creations and listen to your higher self, echoing from 50 years into the future. Wherever you are is more than enough. And I feel like that's a perfect place to end for this special reading, because wherever you are is always enough. Even if you're not feeling like it, I just want you to remember that you are always, and you have everything that you need within you. And it is safe to be yourself. It is safe for you to be loved, and it is safe for you to express who you are. All my love.